there's an update on the orange creamsicle truck. It's not going to the junkyard. It's mine now. It was given to me, and I'm going to do with what I want with it. I hate Chevrolet, with a passion. I'm not putting another 454 in it. And I thought about trying to put other motors in it, but getting an adapter to go to the Allison that's in it is proven difficult. There's been engines thrown out like small block Chevys and LS engines, and I've done an LS swap in the past. I don't like them. I'm sure other people love them, but I hate them. If the truck came with an LS, fine, run your LS. But I'm not swapping another LS into another vehicle unless it was built from the factory to have it. But I'm not going to put a Ford motor in a Chevrolet. I'm a Ford man, personally. That is my comfort zone. That is the vehicles I like. So, if I have to go with GM, I don't hate all of GM. I just hate Chevrolet. I'll take Buick. I'll take Pontiac, Oldsmobile, Cadillac. I'll take any of them. I like them all. They make good amount of torque, and they're just unique. They're different. Everyone and their grandpa has built a 350 Chevy. Everyone's done that. I don't want to do that. I don't want a Pontiac motor because I like them, but they've been known to have a weaker bottom end. And in an application like this, no, it's not a race car, but it does have to make plenty of low end torque at very low RPMs. It's in a C6500 log truck. Well, it used to be a U-Haul, but it's a log truck now. And I can't find an Oldsmobile motor, or I can, but I found like 350 olds, and I don't want to run a 350 olds. I want something a little bit bigger, more torque. I thought about Buick, and Buicks are even harder to find, and they tend to be more pricey when I do find them. The motor that I have settled on to use in that truck is a 472 or a 500 Cadillac. Because if you've watched Richard Holdner, you would, on his dynos, you will know that a 500 Cadillac with a small cam, headers, an aluminum 4-barrel, and a 750 Holly will make 450 foot-pounds of torque at low RPMs, like 5,000, 4,000 RPMs. That is what I want. They're stronger than a 454. I like them. They make the same amount of power and torque as a diesel can, and they're built like a diesel. Their bottom end, their cranks, their mains, everything. And they're cheaper. I've found whole cars for $500 with engine, turbo 400, full accessory drive, everything. I can buy that, pull that engine and trans out, rip out that junky Allison and that blown up 454, and I can swap that right down in there, gut the interior of all of its electronic ignition and just, coil over plug ignition system, and I can run it with an HEI distributor, a 750 Holly, and I can run that whole motor on like 4 wires. I need one for the distributor, one for the tach, I need the alternator wiring, and I need starter, and that's it. The transmission doesn't need wiring. It just needs 12 volts for the kick down for the electronic solenoid, and it needs really after that I need basic gauges. You can get a speedometer that runs off GPS. You can get a tach, run one wire to the distributor, and a 1-wire alternator, and I have a mechanical oil pressure gauge and water temp gauge already, so I'll just build my own gauge cluster and put it in there. I'll have the whole truck running and driving, probably making more power. I need some shorty headers and a whole new exhaust, and I'll run dual straight pipes out the back with an H pipe for a crossover. And I think it'd be more than capable. That's just my thinking on it. But it will never, ever have a Chevrolet motor in it. Yes, I know it's a C6500. That's a Chevrolet, but it says GMC on the front, and I'm just gonna run with that. It's not a Chevrolet. It's a GMC. If you look at the history of GMC, GMC does not stand for General Motors Company. It's some guy's last name. It looks like a Polish last name. But they were a truck company that GM bought in 1902. So I'm just going to run with that. It's not a Chevrolet. It's a GMC. It's a difference.